This movie stars Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, brothers, best friends, and for better or worse, Ursula's hope.
There's no possible way two capable characters like us could screw that up.
And I gotta say, it rules. Not just because it's funny, and it is, and not just because it looks amazing, and it really does, but because it gets what makes Looney Tunes work. It's not trying to make them realistic, it lets them be loony.
We might not be the best people for the job. After all, Porky, you're soft, you're a coward, and you stutter. And Petunia, you're weird. You lick stuff that should never be licked. And you're a nerd. And me, well, I'm just plain loony.
And honestly, that's what makes them shine. The whole thing plays out like a classic B-movie alien invasion flick, except with two cartoon weirdos from the 1930s running the show. And that combo is kind of genius. It's a perfect storm of retro sci-fi vibes and a beef plot aesthetic that stays true to the Looney Tunes DNA. It gives us a plot that's in service of the characters and not the other way around. Think the Muppet movie or a Goofy movie. They don't conform or cram the characters into some sort of plot mold. Instead, they build a world that bends around them. And that's exactly what this does. The Looney Tunes are citizens of their universe. There's no attempt to tether them to realism because they are real, just in a world where anvils fall from the sky and the laws of physics are negotiable.
It's not worth to Porky! Are you having a flashback?
Now let's talk animation, because holy crap, this thing looks incredible. The hand-drawn style brings an exquisite 21st century twist to our old favorites. I'm gonna say that again. It's hand-drawn. That's already a huge win. And what really makes it stand out is how dynamic it is. It's fluid, meticulous, and so freaking clean. One moment, you're witnessing a crazy, smooth, 80s style reaction shot. The next, you get a deliberately stilted, barely keyframe sequence just for a bit. Every sequence feels alive, every frame bursts with energy, and every bit of it feels intentional. You can feel the love for the source material and the way that Porky and Daffy move. It's as if someone said, what if we honored 90 years of animation history, but made it with everything we know now? And it is felt, and it is appreciated. I cannot say enough about it to do it justice. Peter Brunker and the team didn't just recycle the book. They clearly love the originals, and I mean like, really love them. Even some upcycled gags, this film is as nostalgic as it is innovative.
You gotta be kidding me. Who greenlit this garbage?
There are visual jokes lifted straight from the 30s, 40s, 50s Merry Melodies, and they land because they're timeless. That's not to say the movie isn't current. Definitely is.
Yeah, there is one thing we can do. Wait for a stimulus check? No, get a job.
It's definitely updated with modern references, but it never feels forced. It's not Looney Tunes but make it TikTokified. It's still Looney Tunes, just living in now.
Did we get 1 million views and make some roof money?
You're canceled.
Boy, that really blew up in our face.
And let's be honest about this. Sometimes a Looney Duck doing something dumb is enough to make you laugh. That's always been true, and it's okay. There is an appreciation for where these characters come from, and it is tangible. The movie's so effectively stylized that the combination just feels natural, and in a sense, it is. The Looney Tunes have been keen on pop culture for a long time, so to see them in the modern day kind of feels appropriate. Plus, Porky and Daffy is a fantastic pair to pull, as the two already have a ton of chemistry since their meetings in 1937, and with more recent iterations such as the Looney Tunes show. They function in the film as a family unit. You know, they argue, they panic, they try to save the world. The way the two interact with each other and the rest of everyone is honestly one of the most enjoyable parts of the film for me.
No! You're supposed to pull the crank. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Pull the crank.
You would never believe they're voiced by the same person, who has way more chemistry with himself than I've ever had with anyone. Supporting characters get their moments too. The villains, think Alien, Yzma, and Kronk, are a delightful layer of evil campy. The two primarily comic relief and plot pieces. And also Petunia Pig, who's in this film, which, while it's nice to see her stepping out of the usual Lola Bunny shadow, she's kind of not much more than a love interest. I mean, they give her some agency, but mostly when they like remembered to add it to a scene. Otherwise, it just kind of gets swept under. It doesn't have much to her, and that's kind of lame. Also, and I feel like this is important to say, Bugs Bunny is not in this movie, not even a cameo. And that's kind of amazing. The fact that this movie is that strong without its literal mascot is a testament to how well it stands on its own 2 feet.
Look, Pa, no training wheels. Woohoo!
You see what I did there? Yeah. Now here's the part where I recommend a CEO. Gently. Because I'm applying for an internship there next summer, and I don't need that. However, I would like to speak my mind on the subject as I'm very passionate about it, and I think it's very important. Animation is in a dangerous spot. AI is creeping in, budgets are shrinking, styles are getting flattened, networks are being pulled, and studios are canceling finished films and walking away entire libraries of art. This movie wasn't even supposed to come out. Warner Brothers refused to distribute or market it. It was rescued by a smaller company, Ketchup Entertainment, so many thanks to them, it's getting a limited release in theaters now. So if you care about animation, even a little, go see this. It's smart, it's funny, it's beautifully made, and it deserves to be seen. This is the first fully animated Looney Tunes feature film that was theatrically released. And its own studio doesn't care if it lives or dies, but I do, and you should too. That's all, folks. I can't do that. You know what I'm talking about? The Looney Tunes thing. Okay. Also, check out this. This is pretty nifty. While I have you here.
You can probe us, subjugate us, take our dignity, probe us again, probe us at home, on the beaches, on the French Riviera, in truck stop restrooms, at the supermarket, but we'll never submit to your tyranny. Never! Daffy, will you shut up?